Hello? Hello? No. Oh, now I've got audio. Okay, let me just mute that. There we go. Now I've got audio. Why that is like that, I don't know. It should be nice and sharp, but anyway. How are you all doing today? Hope you're safe and well. Uh, it's not the layout that I wanted. That'll do. I don't know why that's all dodge. But it shouldn't be unless it's got a bloody fingerprint over it. Hang on a second. There we go. Let's put it back. Uh, well, I say let's put it back. But you know it ain't easy. Wah, 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 wah. No. That's going to fall. That needs to come down a bit. There we go. No, it's still going to fall. There we go. It's all right. It's precariously balanced. So can I just check the audio? Can you all hear it now? Yeah, you can. Jolly good. Hope you're all safe and well. Lovely to see you all. Hey up, Robbie. Lovely to see you. Hadn't planned on having a picture of me in there, but anyway. So as you all know, I'm on the Casio OS, on the Linux, but there's a couple of distros that I've found interesting. I saw a couple of Ghosties videos and stuff, so I thought I'd install VirtualBox on the Casio OS and see how it went. Bearing in mind this is plugged into a spin HDD. So the first one I want to have a look at is Zorin OS. It's the new Zorin OS 18. Uh, and I am trying to monitor the stream back. So I thought we'd have a look at that and see how it runs. Now I know it's all in VirtualBox, but it's really extremely convenient, the VirtualBox, just saying. And all I've got at the minute is a black cat in a coal house, which is a bit worrying. There it goes. Now I have only given it 8 gig of RAM and a dual core processor. But we'll see how it goes. It should be okay. Should be good enough. And it is on Spin HDD, so it will run a bit slow. But it should be acceptable. I've not tried streaming it. When I'm just running it, it's fine. But obviously streaming it might be a different kettle of fish, but we'll see how we go. And although StreamYard streams in 720p, I do assure you I'm back into full 1080p. So maybe I should have, with hindsight, maybe I should have used OBS. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. All right. So here we are on the latest Zorin. And I thought it's been such a long while since I did anything Linux. I thought we'd have a bit of a butcher's. Here's the settings opening up. Displays. It's on 1280 by 800Y. I guess is my setting. It wants to be 1920 by 1080. Apply. Keep the changes. That's better, I think, isn't it? Is it full screen for you guys? Should be. Hopefully you can hear me now. Can you just give me a sound check, Robbie, if you're still in the stream? Let me know if you can hear me chops in away. Excuse me. Hopefully you can anyway. So Zorin OS 18. This is the core version, of course. Do you only get a choice of two backgrounds? Oh, wow. Okay. Looks like it. Out of the box with Zorin OS Core. Actually, good to Zorin appearance is the first thing I want to check out. Love the rounded ways that they've done the taskbar. Um, I think you only get a choice of two, don't you? Yeah, top or bottom, top, middle or bottom. We can have the dark theme. Beautiful. Effects. Well, I don't really want any effects because that's just going to slow us down. But we have the jelly mode and we have the desktop cube and we have special window switcher. Very, very nice indeed. A new window placement. So this sort of distribution, is absolutely perfect for Windows users. I don't know why that's fallen, but it has. Just bear with me a second. Oh God. Oh, now I'm going to lose my keyboard. Lovely. Professional stream Zaras. So not. Are you going to stay or are you going to fall? Chab. It's probably going to fall. Uh, that's better, I think. Uh, okay. So, I love the fact that that's all included out the box. A little bit like mint cinnamon has all these facilities out of the box and your interface, etc. So very nice. I'm surprised it only comes with two backgrounds. I would have thought there'd have been a lot more than that. Styles are in appearance. All right, so okay, you can access it from there. But according to me, it only comes with. I thought there were bits all over my screen. They're little birds, isn't there? Mm, well, let's go to add picture. Do you get a choice? No, it's looking in the pictures directory, isn't it? Okay. All right. So it comes with Brave as the web browser out of the box. Okay. Let's try and change the wallpaper for our first task. Just gonna have a slurp of the coffee, bear with me. Well, I am if the web browser overloads up. Wouldn't that be a thing? And I like the way that they've made the bottom taskbar just slightly off the bottom of the screen. That's quite nice as well. That seems to be all the rage at the minute. So we're at the Brave welcome screen, which of course it's Chrome. Privacy by default. Set Brave as the default browser. Yes, please. Match system. Well, I like dark mode. Thank you very much. Maybe a later and finish. Don't send and don't. Thank you. Supposed to be concerned about privacy and it wants us to send it a load of data, really. Do feel free in the chat to ask away any questions you may have. Okay, so let's go for scenic wallpaper. Oh, and let's download one and change the background and see how we get on. Oh, right, okay. Try again. Why is that not typing in there? Okay, so it's not search the web privately with AI. Oh my God. Well, I don't know why that's not working. It should do. Let's try and load it again. It was its first run, to be fair. That loaded a bit quicker. Uh, well, I don't know why it's not picking up the keyboard. It should do. Oh, let's just see if I've. Yeah, no, it's firmly in, so it should pick it up, but it's not. Weird. Weird. Just saying. I was looking forward to a day's trouble-free operation. Uh, no, it don't seem as if it. Let's see. Is there any other web browsers other than Brave? No, not really. What's web apps? Oh, is that like the old peppermint thing? Yeah, that's like the peppermint jobby, isn't it? Well, that's buggered that then, isn't it? Why is that not accepting key commands? Okay, let's see if it's the keyboard or something. Let's go to editor and text files. Right, okay, so for some reason the virtual box is not accepting input. Okay, so it's not us, and it's not accepting that either, or that. Oh, of course, there's no keyboard input, is there, chab? Why is there no keyboard input? USB settings. Enable USB controller. Well, that should all be working, but I don't know why it isn't. Let me try on the cache. Uh, and let me see if it's. No, so it's nothing to do with that. It's the OS. Okay. All right. So let me pull that out and plug back in. For some reason, it's dropped the keyboard. Okay, the keyboard should now be back. Yeah, that now works. Jolly good. Well, at least we know it wasn't our VirtualBox install. Close without saving, danker danker. Bit of minor hair, and here we go. Right, let's try again. And let's go right control and hit F and switch it to full screen. There we go. So now we can go to Brave and let's try again. There we go. Scenic wallpaper. Let's just have a search. Let's go to images. And yeah, that's all right. Oh, it really doesn't matter. We just want one. That'll do. Only two's a pair, a bit like the sock industry. Good at pictures, and it's a WebP. That's okay. Can it handle WebPs by default? I wonder. That'll be interesting. Change the desktop background. Let's see if I need to convert it or not. Yep, it is. It's going to handle a WebP just fine. Oh, I'm guessing we've downloaded a jobby. So we actually need to go to download. There we go. Save image as. Now it's a JPEG, not a WebP. That's good. Okay, let's go back to here and let's not add the WebP. Let's add the JPEG. There we go. That's better. That looks a bit better quality. I don't know taskbar settings. Okay, margin, border, radius, position. There we go. Um, Apply to bottom, panel thickness, panel length. Oh my God. I mean, I would have thought we could have found apply changes to all monitors. That's the panel thickness, panel length, center. Can we have it on dynamic? We can, so we can make it very kind of Windows 11-ish. And we can have it on 48. Probably wants to be a little bit bigger. Behavior, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I mean, considering this is a free operating system, it's IntelliHide is available as well. I mean, considering this is a free operating system, Zorin OS 18 indeed. It's the Zorin OS 18 core. They really have, let me just hide that. They really have gone a hell of a long way to improving it for sure. And it feels very classy, although I can't see a quick way of changing that. I suppose that's in panel behavior, isn't it? Power mode, blah, blah, blah. And that's your desktop switching, virtual desktops, nice. Send feedback, software, and files. What's the file manager? Looks very nice. Looks very modern. And I'm really impressed with the job that Zorin OS have done with this. And I'm guessing if you set it like this, then you'd be instantly at home were you a Windows 10 or 11 user, for sure. So you can unpin that. Trying to find an area that's not taken up isn't easy. No. Let's right click there. Taskbar settings. Okay. And let's make it a border radius. Oh, that style. Margin default is 0. So if we put that at 0, right, okay, that moves it to the bottom of the screen and that moves it up a bit. Okay, and then we've got position. So let's make it a bit bigger. Let's go for 60. Oh, that's really nice. That is really, really nice. I do like that. So what does Zorin OS 18 come with? A file manager, text editor, and a weather app and clocks. Okay. So that's under accessories. Under graphics, you just get an image viewer and LibreOffice Draw. Under internet, you get the Brave web browser, Romania, and you also get web apps. Romania is remote desktop software, I think, if I remember right. Been a while. Office, you get the full LibreOffice suite, which is nice. Sound and video, you get a CD, DVD burner. Is that really still a thing? You get a camera, rhythm box for music collections, a sound recorder, and a video player, which is probably Paroli. It's probably the same one that I'm using on CashOS, I'm guessing. Let me load up the help. Looks like the help's pretty in-depth on this one. Well, it's not going to tell us, is it? It looks like it's a Google app, actually. But anyway, there's no about. Okay. And what else do we get? So we also get under system tools, we get discs. Is that gnome discs, I wonder? Yeah. So that's one of my favorite utilities. We then get a main menu, power statistics, send feedback, shortcut to the settings manager. Well, you've also got a shortcut there to the settings manager software. And again, you've got a shortcut in the main menu. The software updater, system monitor, Zorin Connect appearance, Windows app support, upgrade Zorin OS, a tour, system manager, and that's really handy as well. The startup applications. Is this the standard GNOME one? Yeah, it is. It's GNOME, isn't it? So there's the system running in its entirety. You can see I did give it 8 gig of RAM, but I only gave it a dual core CPU, as I do on all of these virtual boxes, unless they require something particular. So under utilities, we've got all the stuff that you'd expect to find to manage your system, uh, including a terminal. So let's try a sudo oh, apt really update. Thank you, fingers. And now it wants a password for EB. No idea what that would be, and that all seems to be working pretty darn good. Do you have NeoFetch installed? No, it's not. So let's do a sudo apt install NeoFetch. Now we've updated all the repositories. Yeah, it is available for download and installation. Go ahead and install it. Hey up, Lindsay. How are you doing? Long time no see. Hey up, Beck. Lovely to see you, my darling. Hope you're safe and well. How you been keeping? It's your old buddy Lindsay from South Africa. Yep, absolutely, Lindsay. I'm very well, thank you. Are you? Fast fetch EB. Well, I prefer near fetch, even though it's depreciated. Just saying. But we could use fast fetch. Uh, it's alt to zoom it in, isn't it? But that's kind of like a whole page zoom in, which I didn't want to do. You didn't want to do that. Yeah, it kind of zooms the whole screen in, doesn't it? If we alt it. Let's put it back to its original. I can't just no. Okay. Christ, what's it bringing down? I only wanted near fetch. Cheese and the rice. This is all your fault, Rob. Just saying. But I have to say, it's a very, very nice, modern, slick-looking operating system. I mean, I'd have to install it on the metal to be sure. But that's very, very nice indeed. That's very uh, that's very Windows 11, isn't it? Let's try Windows 11 wallpaper. Let's see what it throws at. Oh, very nice. No, that's an actual desktop, not the wallpaper, isn't it? Chab. Uh, you see, that's really nice as well. I quite like that. Oh, they're all here. The oil and the hidden, being as it's Zorin, let's download the rainbow one. Yep, lovely. Danke, danke. Bitte, meine Herren. So let's go to change the background. Let's put the old wind blows on it. And let's see what she looks like. Beautiful. That looks very nice, I have to say. Very nice. I have no idea what it's bringing down and setting up. Uh, I really don't. I don't remember asking it to bring all this shit down, but anyway, there we go. All that just for Neo Fetch. Okay, well, and it's worked. It's worked it. Very nice. Okay, so as you can see, I've given it a dual core 2 and it's got 8 gigs of RAM on the virtual box, which should be enough just to have a look around the operating system. But that's really nice. You could very, very easily and quickly transition from Windows 10 to Zorin OS for sure. And you could probably um, edit menu maybe. You could probably, no, that's the actual main menu. That's not what I want at all. You could probably change that actually. That's actions, isn't it? That's not right. Okay. I'm sure with a bit of looking around, you could change that logo if you didn't like the Zorin. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine for whatever reason. Let's make it as big as we can. Um, and 64 point is the biggest we can make it. I quite like the dynamic bit. The reason I like this so much is because it's great for new users. It means they've not got to go and start faffing around and editing XML files or anything else. Um, so yeah, I like this very, very much. The question is the question. Position. Uh, yeah, it's there, so we could shift it to the top. Oh, that's nice. I like it. I like it. I like it very much. That is really nice. And you could quickly and easily make this your own. And you can even whip it to the left. So if you fancied yourself a bit of a MX Linux layout, oh, okay, not sure that's how it's supposed to be. But that's much better. But do it left and right. This size, it kind of wrecks it, so you'd have to make it smaller, I'm guessing. Let's go to the left. Let's make it 48. Does that resolve the issue? Hmm, not really. Let's make it 32. No, it doesn't, does it? So I don't know if they're aware of that, but oh no, we can make it bigger. Let's go to top. Wow. Well, that's perhaps a little big. But 80s. Try 70. Uh, mm, I think we'll leave it on its default biggest, which is 64. Well, I like that very much. So far, we've explored the taskbar. I'm just wondering if you could add start to that or whatever, but anyway, I'm sure you probably could if you wanted to. Okay, I'm going to close that down because I think we're done with Brave. So let's have a quick look at the software center. I don't know if this installs snaps or flat packs or app images. I've no idea. So let's go ahead and have a look at create. And what have we got under editor's choice? There we go. Oh, that's new and updated. Customizable music player. Uh, Audacity. Let's see what Audacity is going to be. Oh, it's a flat hub, flat pack. Oh, we can have snaps as well. Or you can have the Zorin aptOS package. Yeah, let's go for the apt package. Oh, that's interesting. So this has got both flat packs and snaps available, as well as the repository versions right out the box. So that's quite nice. And I do like the screen layouts as well, which is really nice. And again, you can position that where you want and snap. Now, I do really like that very, very much. So I think Zorin have done a fantastic job on the window snapping and everything. That is really nice. That's a nice facility to have. So it's preparing at the minute. I mean, this is all a little bit slow because it's in the virtual box. I get it. I could give the virtual box a lot more resources and make it a bit snappier. But bear in mind, it is running off HDD, so that's why it's a little bit slow. Um, but so far, if I was a Windows 10 user and I had a really nice PC, but it's not compatible with Windows 11, I'd probably be reaching for the Zorin. I've got to be honest, that is really, really nice. For your ordinary, average, everyday, run-of-the-mill ho-hum user, that is really nice. And there's nothing wrong, may I add, with being a ho-hum user, aren't we all? So again, if anybody's got any questions, if you want to see anything specific, just type away in the chat and I'll try and make it so. Hopefully it all looks okay on your screens, considering I'm using StreamYard. I think it's amazing. I don't really think you need a webcam version of me on there, but if I hide the webcam, the audio stops working, which is a bit weird. But anyway, I like that very much. Oh, excuse me. And I love the way that they've it's got a lot of windowizations in it that are logically tagged and named, which I also like very, very much. A lot of Linux distros don't do this, but that is a very Windows-esque type menu and one that all Windows users should be instantly familiar with. LMDE 7 25 beta. What's 25 beta? Is that Fedora? And why are you typing LMDE 7 in? But that's very, very nice. It's still preparing. Oh my God. Maybe maybe I should have brought down all the updates, but I didn't really want to sit here while it updated. Just saying. Even the terminal's pretty nice right out the bat. And we do have a preferences access to it, good. And general profiles. That's to do a new profile. Here's the unnamed one. Width 1 and 1. I'm going to make that width 125. And allow blinking text always. Cursor blinking enabled. Yeah, because that's always useful. Use a transparent background. Oh, that's because I've got that, isn't it? Default background, I want it black. And I also want it transparent. I don't know if that's available on, yeah, it is. Yeah, that should do. And did I miss text size? Probably. Yeah, I did. Use a custom font. Make it a bit bigger for you guys. 14 should help. Yeah, that's better. And it does also auto adjust it. So there we go. So that's that all sorted. Although the text is black, I don't know why the text is black. I'm guessing we could change that. Audacity is now installed, which is good. Go to our unnamed profile colors. Oh, that's why the text is black. Let's choose ourselves a nice neon blue. Yep, and it has changed it. That's good. So there we go. So that's all working beautifully. And we've now got Audacity installed, apparently. So if we go to sound and video, maybe, yep, there's Audacity. And it's the apps package version. Hey up the drunken, how you diddly doing? Is that Zorin 18 EB looking nice? Yeah, it is Zorin 18 and it's gorgeous, to be honest with you. And any Windows 10 user should be able to migrate to Zorin OS 18 with consummate ease because I love it. It's very Windows-esque. Even the context menus are very Windows-esque and logically labeled and very, very nice. And I love that although this is the core, which technically is the free limited version, you have a ton of easy and simple customization right out the box. Really, really like it. I know this is a beta, so don't get running out and downloading this. Wait till it's released properly. But I do love all the special effects that's available and everything else. Very, very nice indeed. And I love the way that it's very Windows-esque as well. Um, and if you go to the Zorin appearance, which again is a really nice, you can enable in animations. You can enable jelly mode, which I'm assuming, oh, is wobbly Windows. It probably doesn't like that because it's in VirtualBox. Yeah, that's your wobbly Windows. This is all in VirtualBox on a very desktop cube, and spatial replaces Alt Tab and Super Tab with a 3D window switcher. Okay, let's check that out while we're here. Oh, very nice. That is very nice indeed. That's like the cube without the cube, if you know what I mean. And that's all inbuilt on the free version, which I really, really like. And you get to choose your icon size and icons you can have on the desktop and all your window and your interface. I think they've done a fantastic job, and this is only a beta version. Let me just disable effects if I hadn't yet. And it's very, very quick and snappy. Bearing in mind, this is supposed to represent a watching the live stream. Hee hee. Oh, good for you. Welcome back. Hey, Roderick. How you diddly doing? Nice to see you. I would probably set this as the default Linux distro to recommend anybody who wants to migrate away from Windows 10 on their machine. Because this is instantly um, instantly familiar, instantly usable, and as I say, anybody who's using Windows 11 or Windows 10 rather, and you want to migrate away from it, you can do this on Zorin with consummate ease. I love how they give you a choice on the software center, so you can choose what format your apps come down. I love that this bar is so customizable. I love that everything is windowized in Zorin OS. And I love the fact that for zero money, you're getting an awful lot of operating system for basically no money. Um, so yeah, I think somebody's took note, somebody's paid attention, and actually somebody's done their job bang on. Because I could quite happily use this all day long. Okay, so let's see if it powers off in the virtual box. Wow. Well, that is really nice. Um, StreamYard is screen sharing. I'm sorry you've got a picture of ugly old me. Old ugly me. But anyway, it seems that if I remove that, then the mic stops working. Stop mic cam. Okay, so that's the mic back. Ah, now it's working. All right. Well, that didn't work before. So rather than a webcam of me, there we go. You've got a little picture of moi, and yeah, it's still working. So this is what I was trying to do in the first place. I think Zorin is a good alternative for average users, but if a friend who is gaming want to use anything other than Windows, I would give them CachyOS. Yeah, that's a great shout, Roderick. But the thing is, CachyOS, I've got to be careful what I say here. I mean, I'm on it myself and I love it to bits. But the thing is, CachyOS isn't for the brand new first time user. I really don't care what anybody says. It's Arch based. It's an awesome Arch base, but it's still Arch. It's not Ubuntu. And I just think from a brand new, I don't give a shit, I'm an ex Windows user point of view, I think Ubuntu will game just fine. I really do. Having said that, nothing will game like the CachyOS, that's for sure. Um, but anyway, that's just my 10 cents. I would heartily recommend Zorin OS to all and everyone unless they have a very unusual specific use case, because even gaming on Zorin OS should be absolutely fine, providing your computer's powerful enough to run it. Okay, let's have a look at LMDE7 then. I'm sure somebody requested it. It might have been that Robbie Radak, I'm guessing. CachyOS has been more stable for me than many other. Yeah, it has for me. I couldn't disagree with you, Roderick. Everything you need is just easier than many other distros. It is, um, and I absolutely love it to bits, and that's why I'm on it. But like I say, it's not Ubuntu. It is Arch based, and I don't think as a first distro, Arch is necessarily the correct choice to recommend to a new user. I think something Ubuntu based, such as Zorin OS, which is instantly familiar, and within 2 or 3 minutes, you can very much make it look like Windows 10 or Windows 11, and with everything being windowized, I think that's amazing. Okay, so here we are on LMDE7 beta. This is the brand new Debian version of Linux Mint, and it's very interesting. I was having a text chat. I think it was with Robbie. It might have been with somebody else about MX Linux. Oh, it was Ghosty, I think, with MX Linux. But don't forget, MX Linux isn't really Debian. It's so far removed from a base Debian install. It's unbelievable. So bear that in mind. Oh, okay, I've come into the wrong bit there. Bear that. No, I haven't. All right. Preferences, display. There we go. Let's try the display. Let's put it onto 1920 1080 and fill the screen. Thank you very much. So, and we want to write Control and F it to switch it to full screen. Yes, please. And there we go. So that's our Linux Mint Debian looking really, really classy right out of the box. I don't know. Preferences. Okay, let's go. That's what I was after. Let's have a look at the welcome screen. Okay, welcome to Linux Mint, the new operating system. Let's go. And you can alter your desktop colors, set up system snapshots, install multimedia codecs. You've got your update manager, your system settings, and your software manager, along with your documentation. Uh, Click the button below to read about known bugs, limitations, and workarounds for this version of Linux Mint. Well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Now, interesting enough, this version, this distro comes with Firefox. I'm guessing that doesn't work because it's a beta, which is fine. So, oh, well, maybe it was working. I don't know. There we go. LMDE7 release notes. There we go. That's what we're after. So, known issues. To launch the installer in expert mode, run the following command. Okay. Locked root account. The root account is already locked by default. To use the recovery console from the grub menu, log in as root, you first need to give root a new password. Okay. VirtualBox to add support for shared folders. Oh my god. Other issues. LMDE7 is based on Debian 13 Trixie. Make sure to read the Debian release notes. So, for those who don't want the regular standard Ubuntu based Linux Mint, I don't know why Linux Mint don't just go to Debian full time, because I think it is so polished now. Let's just try and install Robbie's sudo apt install fast fetch. It might want a sudo apt actually, because it's not Ubuntu, is it? No, it's all right. We've got away with it. Fast fetch is already the newest version. Okay, so it was already installed. So that's your fast fetch. Okay. Okay. Uh, there must be a separate doobie. Oh, there it goes. Preferences. There we go. And let's use a custom font. And again, we'll blow it up so it's a bit easier to read. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so let's just close that down and try that again. Okay, well, I didn't think, I thought it might remember the terminal settings, but clearly not. So we'd have to go into preferences and manually alter it then. Width, height, initial terminal size 80. Let's make it 100. Okay, and let's close that down and let's try it again. That's better. And let's type in, oh, that doesn't remember that. Okay. Surprised the terminal doesn't remember previous commands, but there you go, it doesn't. Okay, so we could piss about with this all day, of course. Height, 115 should do. And we'll make that 110 and see if that helps it getting it all in. And I'm surprised the up arrow and down arrow do work. Well, we'd need a few more columns, wouldn't we? So 24, let's make it 32. That should be enough. One would hope. But it seems very slick, very fast. Yeah, there we go. Could have got away with a couple less actually. And I just don't know why they don't just go bite the bullet and just go, do you know what? Screw it. Let's just it's using system theme. And that's fine, actually. I thought there might be no transparency doesn't appear, does it? Unless I missed it. Cursor blinking enabled. Block, well, change it to an I-beam. There's no ability on here at all for transparency, which is interesting. Even warning large, yeah, commands and compatibility. It may well be the fact that we're actually running it in VirtualBox. It could be a limitation of the terminal, I don't know. Let me just check the chat. I think Zorin is a good alternative for average users. Yeah, I've read that one. Casio has been more than so. Yeah, absolutely. Casio OS is very stable. I love it to bits, but it is nice to have a look around these other operating systems. I think Linux Mint is up there, one of the best of the best. I think you can say that now about so many distros, which is absolutely amazing. I think MX Linux is head and shoulders above most of the distros. Linux Mint, Zorin OS, you're in a very, very good place if you're a brand new user thinking of coming over to Linux for sure. So this will come with the usual Mint stuff, I'm guessing, including Warpinator. And I do love that it comes with a USB stick formatter and writer out the box. I wish more distros would include that. Although, to be fair, once you've burnt it on Windows using something like Rufus, you'll probably never use it again. Just saying. Sound and video celluloid, install multimedia codecs, which looks very YouTube-ish, I have to say. And then you get your admin menu along with your system monitor. Which again is the GNOME system monitor, which is fine. So again, somebody's been paying attention and it's a super little distro. I mean, all right, I know this is just a really quick, seat of your pants look round, but it's good enough. Uh, um, Comparing the two, well, it's subjective and it's very much a personal thing, isn't it? Um, I would, as a Windows user, probably choose Zorin over Linux Mint or Linux Mint Debian. Mm. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And again, you can heartily recommend it. The thing is, right, with most modern operating systems, you're in a very, very good place indeed. Um, that's a nice. Is that Swiss or Austrian? It's Swiss, isn't it? It's a Swiss um, Eurofighter Typhoon. I'll get there in the end. Just bear with me. I'm not sure about this. I've had a bit, Hola. I've had a bit of a run on the old Sparta Warrior. I don't know why. But there you go. Well, I do know why. It's because I've been playing so much bloody Valheim. But I'm going to go with my dark blue ship because I do like my World of Warships backgrounds. Okay, so what else did I bring down? Oh, the latest release of Ubuntu 2510, and also MX Linux, the new beta, which I saw Ghosty have a look at the other day on one of his videos, and it looked fantastic. And it's getting to a stage now where it not only looks fantastic and is classy, but it's very, very polished. It's a whole country world away from where it was when it first released. And I still think that this is one of the best distributions on the planet. If you're into gaming, then you might want to download the AHS edition. I had a wonderful experience gaming on my PC with the MX AHS edition. Hey up, Logan. How you diddly doing? Nice to see you. So again, if really you get into the stage where you're absolutely spoiled for choice when recommending distros to people who are ditching Windows 10 and not upgrading to 11. Um, but bear in mind that most of these distros either have really good gaming inbuilt or they have an alternative game build distro, if you like. Um, and it's no that's gone funny because of this here. Um, there we go. Um, I think today, I mean that is just class and I love it. That is so classy. Such a simple wallpaper, and yet you'd be happy to leave that on there because it's really classy. Do you know what I mean? It's just so classy. And as I say, if you're in the business of recommending Linux distros to existing Windows users, well, you know, MX has got you covered. It's got fast fetch in it. Is everybody switched over to fast fetch? No. Okay, so let's try a sudo apt install fast fetch. And let's pop the system password in. Sorry about this. So I've just had a bleep on the phone. It's probably just ABC News. Nothing particularly uh, exciting, but nevertheless, I do need to have a look. Okay. Well, as I say, it was nothing exciting. Only eBay. Let me just play. Uh, Spelt it wrong. I up drunken. Well, I spelt it wrong. No, I didn't. Fast fetch. Oh, did I? Fast fetch. There we go. So again, I mean, you just absolutely spoiled for these distros. For me, MX Linux is still the number one. I know it's not still the number one on Distro Watch, and Dolphin is probably stopped bunging them a backhander. But nevertheless, I mean, this is just, all of the distros could learn a lot just by running MX Linux, how it's done. I think companies like Zorin OS, their operating system really, really has come an awful long way. And now, once the beta's released, you should be very comfortable as touting it as a straight Windows replacement, because there's not a lot you can't run on it. And you're talking about, you know, certain anti-cheat games. Apart from that, pretty much everything else is going to run on it. If you've got legacy software that'll only run on Windows 7, well, it's not going to run on Linux anyway. It's a Windows 7 issue. So I think for your ordinary user, any of these Linux distros are bang on. But I think for me, the biggest thing with MX Linux is it's always been bristling with useful utilities, which all of the distros can only look at and turn absolutely green with envy. But I think now they've got this amazing selection of utilities right out the box. And now they're focusing on making the distro out the box look and feel really classy. I think they've done a fantastic job, and a big pat on the back to the MX Linux team. So that's Zorin OS, a big thumbs up. Linux Mint Debian Beta 7, a big thumbs up. MX Linux, the latest beta version 25, massive thumbs up. I mean, are we going to get a dog, a pig, and a poke? I'm guessing we're not. Hey up, Navis, how we diddly doing? Pure Debian all the way. Well, yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but not for the new user. Just saying. We've not really had much of a look round, but I mean, this comes with. I mean, as I say, if you are a gamer and you've got, newer graphics cards, download the AHS edition of this, and you'll have the most wonderful experience ever. Now, the only thing that I did note, and the reason that that comment came out, because this is so far and away removed from a base Debian, is that this version of MX Linux is available in two flavors, with sysv in it and the other one. And you've got to choose which one you want, which tells me it always used to come included out the box and you could just select. But that tells me that they've changed something in Debian 13 that has stopped the MX Linux team doing what they usually do. So there's two different ISOs available, and you can choose which one you want. Failing that, I definitely recommend the AHS edition, even if you haven't got the latest and greatest NVIDIA or AMD graphics card. You'll have a wonderful experience on the AHS edition if you want to have a crack at gaming. What's your opinion on people saying distros don't matter? I think they do matter, and MX Linux is a good example with their tools. Yeah, I think the distros do matter very, very much. But I think you have to take these comments A with a pinch of salt and B in context. So Zorin 18 for me is more or less the Linux equivalent of Windows. By the way it looks and feels, the Windows contextualization of it, the layout, it's more or less a straight replacement for Windows 10/11. Um, the thing is, your ordinary Windows user doesn't give a shit about all the tools that MX Linux comes with. All the tools for MX Linux or are for a familiar Linux user. I'm not going to say expert or advanced because nothing could be further from the truth. But I think you would have to be a familiar Linux user to care and appreciate the effort that the MX team have put into MX Linux. Whereas with Zorin OS, you don't really care. It's just a look. I was using Windows. I surf the internet. I do a bit of email. I do some online shopping, and now and again I play Candy Crush. Well, your Zorin's got your back. It's good enough, and everything's familiar enough. Were you to recommend them excellence and they were to load that up, they go, "What the fuck is this? Mm, the fuck is this?" Um, Linux Mint Debian 7 Beta Edition is probably um, more familiar to a user than MX, not as polished as Zorin OS. But then again, do users really give a shit about this sort of stuff? And I'm guessing the answer is no. Um, you're talking about people who don't know where the fucking power on key is. I see there is a new puppy Linux on the streets these days. Hey up, Ali. Needs to be toilet trained. Lovely to see you, Ali. Yeah, there is, and I will have a look at the puppies in some up and coming live streams. So the last one that I've got to have a look at is the brand new Ubuntu 25.10 beta, and I see this has all been released in all its flavors and everything else. So I thought this is going to be a bit slow to. It's all right once it's loaded, but as I say, because it's on spin, a terabyte spin, and the terabyte spin is only 5400. So yeah, it's about as quick as me getting to the bar to get around in. Just saying. Uh, but we will have a look at a lot of different types of distros. Everything from your pre-built like your Zorins and your Ubuntu's. Well, you've got to do is basically install them, and even the installers today are so intuitive. Even your regular low IQ dipshit can do a full install of Linux on any PC with consummate ease. Ubuntu is good if you want to live in the Ubuntu environment. Yeah, I agree with you, Lindsay. I think Ubuntu is very Apple-esque, that it tries to lock you into the Ubuntu ecosystem. Um, and I'm guessing they've looked at Apple and they've thought, do you know what, we can have a bit of that. And it's not quite come off. Um, I personally don't like being trapped in any ecosystem. But hey, look, that's me personally. You might like it. I don't like it at all, one fucking bit. Let's just load up settings. Ubuntu. Welcome to Ubuntu. I couldn't even see that. Questing Qatar or some shit. So we need to change that up to 1920 by 1080. Fractional scaling and apply it. Let's please, we'll keep the. So I can't even say that. Questing Quokka dev branch. Again, I don't recommend anybody have a slice of this until they're all finally released. Okay, so that's the welcome screen done. This is, as I say, is an initial first install. So right control and F, and let's switch it to full screen so we can see it in its entirety. Very, very nice. The newer version of GNOME. I suppose really I should be checking out all the updates and what's new. Maybe I'll make a bit more of an effort in the future. to have a go at that. Why you'd want the home folder on the desktop, I've no idea. But anyway, so has this got fast fetch installed out the box? No, of course not. Sudo apt update, and it wants a bloody password. This Linux, it's never going to catch on. I'm just saying, it'll never happen. Are you still about, Beck? Wow. Well, always lovely to see you, my love. Okay, so one can be upgraded. Sudo apt uh, install fast fetch. Yep, yes, please. Ubuntu. Hope it doesn't install fast fetch as a snap. Just saying. It needs 2 meg for fast fetch, and we've got 14.5 gig available. Again, all these virtual boxes are 8 gig and dual core, just so you all know. Let's see what this does. Oh, that's awful. I don't like that, but anyway. I think the Ubuntu could be better, and it's also it's a bit out, how's your father? I do like how you have this in the contextual menus. I like that very, very much. And you can VS Code it, gnome it, do whatever you like with it. I do like that. That is really nice. But then again, I like a lot of the stuff that comes with use bright colours for bold, shell command preserve, blah blah blah. Scroll back lines. Well, that's interesting. Well, you really get his line spacing, don't you? Custom command default containers. You don't get the customization in this version of Ubuntu that you do with the other distros. I'm guessing. I wonder if we drag it, if it'll remember it, or whether it's locked. I think that's locked. It's not. There we go. The question, I don't know what all this bollocks is neither, but anyway, it is a beta release, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. The question is, that's burning in the back of your throat, will it remember it? Well, let's find out. Oh, it's not there, is it? There it is. Pin to dock, yes, please. You'd always have your gorgeous little terminal out on the dock. Yeah, it does remember it actually. So that's fair enough. So that's why obviously there's no settings, manual settings there for it, because it does tend to remember how you close it down and leave it. I think that's fine. And let's shut it down. And this again is all in VirtualBox. It's not on the bare metal. So everything that you see in here, do take with a pinch of salt. That's very nice. I just want to see what background wallpapers this new version comes with. Not that that's of any interest to anybody anyway. Oh, I'm loving that one. That one just there. I think that's terrific. Love it. I love the brightly coloured ones. I don't know what on earth that's supposed to be, but I'm assuming that this here is the actual creature that it's supposed to be. The ones with the little clocks on, they're the ones that change day or night, depending on the time of day or night. And I think that one changes as well. That's day night version. Yeah, very nice. I think they've probably done a good job. I think it's probably more difficult to fuck it all up and do a pig in a poke than it is do a good job. Just saying. Um, Obviously, this is a beta version of the 25.10, which again only has the 6 monthly support. Personally, I would never ever use it because I want a lot longer than 6 months. But I get people who do want to try the latest and greatest. It's available for you. Very Ubuntu-esque, very nice. I don't know if Ubuntu Unity is still a distro that's going. There's Ubuntu Cinnamon, Xubuntu, Kubuntu, Lubuntu. You're absolutely spoiled if Ubuntu is your thing. But yeah, overall, very, very nice, very modern, very fresh. And I think you're struggling to find fault with any of these distros that we've installed. And given a run out in VirtualBox, you keeping all right. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, Lindsay. Settings for it falls under profile. Right, okay, thank you. This is another reason I love live streaming, because you fuckers also teach me, because I just don't know it all. Never claimed to. No, I don't think I ever did know it all. But I'm just loving the Casio S myself. Um, I just wish I could settle on a wallpaper and leave it alone, but I can't. I do love fudging around with the wallpapers. And I do my own spin and take on them from time to time. And this was one of the ones that I did for Casio S, which I absolutely love. I think it's terrific. So I'm probably going to leave it on that because it's very Valheimish. And why the hell not? In terms of Casio S, well, everything works beautiful. Don't forget, if you want to install things like mod packs or reshade, don't forget to harness and utilize the power of your Steam with its protons, and you'll be in a really good place. I've installed reshade on World of Warships, on American Truck Simulator. Hmm. I've not put it on Valheim, I put it on something else as well. And it's all absolutely beautiful and tickety boo. All thanks to the harnessing the power inbuilt in Steam with its protons. So there you go, anybody. Uh, I'm going to end the live stream here. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll do a lot more of these streams, which are just relaxed, live, chilling streams, looking around different Linux distros, chewing the cud. Do feel free to ask questions, because now we've got the power of AI. We should be able to answer your question pretty much on the spot. Thanks, everybody. Much love. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Again, a sincere thanks for your support, and I'll see you all in the next one. Much love, everybody.